Hey guys and girls, I guess I should always just say hey girls because I think there are some guys that watch the videos. We are going to be working with this kit. This is the mixed media kit, and this is the video that I'm going to do showing you what I create with it. And I actually haven't even, we're just going to go as it goes. I don't usually sketch something out, but just seeing all these fun products, I know it's going to end up being fun. So what we have is, if you have this kit, it is the Mr. Huey's Overdue Color in Red. And then we have the Primitive Wilderness from Unity Stamp. We have the Calico Memoir pad collection. We have the Doily Rub-ons from Kaiser Craft. The Mistables from Pink Paisley, and they're like they've got birds and flowers and stuff on them. Then the 6x6 Crafters Workshop Chicken Wire Stencil, and then I'm using a 10x10 canvas. And this is just a regular traditional style canvas. It's not deep edge, but you could use deep edge. I do prefer deep edge, I just don't have any 10x10s. So I need to get some. So I think the first thing that we're going to do, and then I grab some paint and stuff, is I want to put some color and stuff on the back of my canvas, and I'm actually going to do that with a little bit of paper and a little bit of paint. So, okay, so I am going to put this in fast forward mode, and we are going to cover this with some paper and decoupage, and when we come back, we'll add some color. Okay, so got some paper down, and now I'm going to add some paint to it just to give it some color. And I think I'm going to do kind of a scene with it. Well, I don't know. Actually, whoa, didn't mean to do that, but I guess we want blue paint there. So this is what happens when you just go with the flow. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Crafters Workshop stencil, and I am going to stencil this on, I'm going to use spray. I'm going to use that Mr. Huey spray, and I'll also probably use some paint with it too. So I'm going to spray it on up here in the corner. Actually, randomly sprayed it up here too, just to add, just to color that background a little bit. Now, keep in mind, this is not permanent, so in order to make it permanent, first we've got to dry it, and then you can either spray it with adhesive, like a fixative. Krylon makes a fixative. You got to spray them outside, because this, even though once it's dry, if you put Mod Podge over the top of it, it will get wet again. And if you're not going to be putting Mod Podge over any of it again, then that's totally fine. You can leave it, but you always want to seal it somehow anyways. So once it's dry, let me just give it a few minutes to dry. While that's drying, I'm going to stamp on this Unity stamp. I'm just going to use black. I'm just going to use it for texture in this one. So I'm just going to randomly stamp it in different places. Just like that. And I'll come closer so you can see. That's kind of what I did. And then we also are going to want to paint these mistables, and they could be used with a mist or spray. So maybe we'll color a couple of them with the spray. So what I'm going to do is cover sections and see how it just colors those right up. Maybe we'll do the whole plant. Let's see. Maybe if we do that, we're going to want to take... Okay, so I want to color each one of these that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do paint for some of them too, and you just take the paint and just scribble it right on. So I'm going to put this in fast forward mode and color a few of these flowers that we're going to use. Okay, so let's add a little bit of texture to this too with our rub-ons. So I'm just going to go in and use the rub-ons, and I'm going to use these new rub-ons by Kaiser Craft. They're actually, I mean, they're better in the end because they're like a much better rub-on, but they're a lot harder to get off. It's kind of annoying. So, okay, what we needed to do is we needed to go back in here to make this so it's not going to run, because if I were to take my Mod Podge and I would go like this over here, it's going to run that, and let's show you an example right here, because it's not permanent. We'll do it down here in the corner. See if I bring this across here, it'll just bleed that. I don't know if you can see that very well. So what you want to do is you want to go in and just stencil it in a little bit with Mod Podge, and make sure, I'm in a really dry climate, so for me it doesn't run too bad, but I have emails all the time from people in more humid climates that once their non-permanent sprays are dry, then they smear when they go to put Mod Podge on it. So if you just come in here and lightly tap those dry, then you should be okay. And that kind of forgoes the sealing the fixative on it, because now you put a fixative on it. Okay, so back from drying that, now I'm going to take my paper pad, and I've actually cut out a bunch of circles in different sizes from the paper. I'm going to use like the colorful ones, and I'm also going to take these stickers that I've sprayed, and I'm going to just start making flowers and layering them. So I'm going to put this in fast forward mode while you watch me do this part of the section. a little more of a scene look. So I think I'm going to come in here with my paint. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to come in here and add more of a scene. So I'm going to add blue to the top, just kind of a wash with the blue. And then I'm also going to add some green to the bottom. So I'm going to put this in fast forward mode. I just think we need to have more of a cohesive look to it. So again, just adding color, like kind of washing over it. I don't want to cover up what I've already done. We're just going to add some color and make more of a sky grass scene. So I'll put that in fast forward mode and we'll do that right now. Okay, so the next step is to distress these flowers that I've made with paint. You can use Faber-Castell pens, stamps. We're going to use some of the stencils. So I'm just going to put this in fast forward mode while I distress all of these pieces and make them more look like the background canvas. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take all of our flower pieces and we are going to put them, stack them together and just kind of rearrange them onto our canvas. So let's do that. Okay, so I am going to hot glue these on now, and I'm only going to put glue in the center because I kind of want them to be dimensional, so I want them to stick out. And then I'm going to come on here and cut out some leaves. I'm going to draw on stems with my Faber-Castell pen, and I'm going to cut out some words and put them on the stems. So we'll put this in fast forward mode and we will finish this baby right up. Okay, so I think we are finished. I want to thank you for joining me, and this was using our November mixed media kit, and I think it turned out great. Thank you so much.